Kind of an interesting thought for today. Well, if nothing else, I'm amused and find it interesting. I've shot the polymer PDPs for probably easily 6 to 7 months. Not really shooting the steel frame guns at all. Just due to like training I've been doing, these guns made the most sense. So the bulk of the time using this, just a non-ported regular 5-inch PDP polymer gun, and then I've got the full send gun with dual port comp that I've shot a fair bit too. But whether it's drawing from an ALS or just an open top holster, if the gun was in my hands, or a gun was in my hands, 99% of the time it would be a polymer PDP for, like I said, probably easily 6 months. And I got to the point, man, it's just like, I shot these guns a ton, and I was thinking, hey, once I'm done with my last little bit of LE training for a bit, have a few months where I don't have any more LE stuff, and just doing open enrollment, like I'll shoot the steel frame Walthers just because it'll be fun to just see if I like them better or worse. And I kind of half thought, like, man, like I like the way these guns feel so much. I thought, do I even want to switch back to steel frame? Just because the guns are shooting great, getting the results I like with them. Polymer guns are good because they don't really chew up your hands, no sharp checkering. These just have silicone carbide, so it's like skateboard tape, but otherwise it's just a factory pistol. Light, easy to draw, easy to reload, easy to move around between targets. Just a great pistol. I like them a lot. So I thought, man, do I even want to go back to the steel frames? I'm like, yeah, I think it'll be a fun test. I'll do that. So after liking them so much, I kind of debated if I even wanted to go back to the steel frames. Switched back to start shooting those. I've already done 4 classes, I think, with the steel frame guns. I shoot the full send dual port from Parker Mountain some, and then just a regular 5-inch gun, non-ported some. And within, I think it's been a couple weeks now, maybe 3 weeks of training with these guns, then like, man, I don't know that I'd want to go back to the polymer. I like these so much. And I think it's kind of funny because for me, it's kind of a familiarity, I think. If we get to the point where I just draw the guns and I'm on the range about every day. There's once in a while where I won't be, or it'd be hot, or take a day just to let my, just to rest or family stuff. But otherwise, normally I'm on the range most days. I'm not teaching, just shooting, training myself. And now I'm to the point, man, like, these guns are awesome. I think I like the steel frame better than I like the polymer frame. And then really thinking about it, I think both guns are fine. I don't think if I only had one or the other, and this could equate to anything. It could be your 2011 and a Glock, whatever. I think it's just like after training with them a bit, you got to get used to, at least in my case, used to the weight of the gun, the way the recoil impulse is, the size of the grip, the reach of the trigger, all that kind of stuff. It's just like I'd already shot these guns a ton previously, and so it was just easy to pick back up. And I don't know, it's like I never stopped shooting these guns. Within a couple of days, I was already shooting them just as well as I expected to, having a lot of fun with them. And then, like, man, I think I like this gun better because I think the grip fits my hand even better than the other gun did. So I don't know. Like, I guess my thought with this is, or maybe the interesting part is, I think you get used to any gun you train with often. And as long as there's not hot spots, or hot spots meaning, like, let's say there's one specific area where it always like rubs your hand raw, you end up getting a blood blister, or for Glock shooters, the slide bite, when the slide comes back, it's like more often than not, 9 out of 10 trips to the range, I'm going to have cuts in the top of my hand because the Glock slide filleted me open. If it's a situation like that, it's not going to be love at first sight, and that's maybe not the gun for you. Unless it's something you're issued or obligated to use. And if that's the case, I'd try different backstrap, beaver tail, build it up, a Dremel on something, add some gripping surface, try to make it work so it's not so uncomfortable. But if you have a gun that you like and that fits your hands fine, you shoot okay and reliable, in my opinion, it's just whatever you get used to. And again, I shot these guns so much that now, like, the gun feels, it's super easy to pick up. I know exactly where my hands go on the gun. If I'm doing, reloads, I can feel like the way all those sensations would feel. And drawing the gun, it just feels naturally like home. But again, now that I'm shooting the steel frame guns a bit, they'll just feel just as natural and normal also. And if anything, I think like observations and switching back and forth, the one thing I like better about the steel frame is just the wider grip. With this is a factory grips with silicone carbide on it. And I think I like that it's just a bit bigger in diameter and gives me more room to put my support hand on the gun. So like at this point, I'm like, man, I think the steel frame guns are superior to the polymer frame guns because, well, I like the way they feel in my hands. It's just a tick wider grip. But then I know if I go back to polymer frame guns again in a few months and just start shooting those again, I'll be like, man, I don't know about those steel frames anymore. So a couple things. One, I think you'll make yourself right with whatever you decide. So it's not uncommon where in classes or somebody through digital coaching, they'll have a couple different guns they like, trying to pick a favorite, or a conversation of, I want to wait until I reach a certain classification or benchmark or skill level or life event. And then once I get that, then I want to switch and get this gun. It's like, man, just if you can afford it, just pick the gun you like shooting and like training with and just stick with that. Because you'll make yourself right. So if I told myself the steel frame guns are going to be better, I'll make myself right. I'm like, hey, the polymer guns are where it's at. I really like those guns. They shoot great. They don't tear up your hands. Then yeah, I made myself right with those for 6 months. And I have a great time shooting either gun. But while I was shooting the polymer guns, really focused on those, I was thinking about all the things I liked better over the steel frame. I didn't miss shooting the steel frame guns enough that I was like, do I even want to switch back to them? I could just keep shooting these for a while and be totally happy. Then once I switch back and I'm using the steel frame guns, then it's like, I'm going to keep shooting these until I need to switch back to polymer guns for work reasons. So you make yourself right. I don't think it's not a one size fits all for guns. It's just whatever you get used to, whatever you like, as long as it doesn't have a feature that a hot spot where like you're always getting a blood blister or tearing your hand open, or a thumb safety that like during recoil it's wearing on a certain part of your hand or making you uncomfortable or doesn't fit or the grip's too big, too small, whatever. As long as the gun's reasonably sized and you like it, just shoot what you like because you will make yourself right. In my case, I can talk myself into either gun at this point. I like them both equally, and I don't know. It's tough to say if one's superior, honestly, because I think I could talk myself into saying either one's superior. So, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. If you have any thoughts, comments, questions, drop it below. Appreciate you watching.